There we go. Oh. Hello! This is, well, I suppose it's a technology review, but it's really a travel review. But I'm not going anywhere. What I've got is, as you can see there, supposed to be 2 Hiday travel gear organizer accessories, shockproof and sponge design. And they're for holding things like, you know, a travel mouse, your USB pens, maybe your phone. I mean, there's a picture of an iPhone here on this one. Would I trust that to an iPhone? Would I put an iPhone in this? No. I'm not even putting my phone in it. Okay, so we'll see about that in a second. But the first thing and the most confusing thing is that that brand says Hiday. Hiday. But these say Diniwell. D-I-N-I-Well Travel. Travel with Diniwell is always diving into the different and new world. And I don't know quite why they're considered a technology item. I'm certainly not considering them a technology item. So there's a little airplane icon. They've got a nice zip, you know, 2-side zip. They're this shape as it shows on the website. I'm not sure what phone that is, but there's my Alcatel, which is as tall as it. So this is a 3.3-inch screen phone. But I wouldn't put my phone in there unless it's the only thing going in there. Now, it describes them as shockproof. So when we've opened it up, you've got this stopping it opening too much. And on the inside, you've got one wall with these 3 elasticated spots, which I'll show you more in a minute. And then an internal zip compartment. So this mesh is a second zip inside. So there's a second zip in there. Okay? So they're okay, but I don't know why they're considered shockproof, because it's just a layer of sponge. There's the outer layer, the inner layer, and sponge. Okay. Now this is, I think, waterproof. In fact, let's try this. Okay. So it's just a splash. Yeah, it's waterproof. Look, it's coming straight off. It's dripping straight off. That's fine. Look, I've got a plastic mat on the floor. It's fine. So that's that one. So now we'll go to one that I loaded with some gear. Look, there's some bits and bobs in here. Now, it's not fantastic. I've got 2 memory sticks, an SD card, and a mouse in here, and it's already pretty tight. This fabric is already pretty tight against them. You can see the mouse easily. Now the corners here, that ain't going to protect anything. That's not shockproof. It's mildly bounce proof, but it isn't shockproof at all. Okay, so opening it up, it's a calculator. It's the only phone size thing I could find. So put that in there, it was fine. But the thing that strikes me about it is that anything you've got in here, a mouse and this, the zip here, is going to scratch the screen. It's going to scratch the screen of the item. So it's a bit odd. Okay, now, first things first, I've got obviously the pouch bit here. I've just got a memory stick and stuff in there. You can just see them. It's no big deal. So let's concentrate on this side where you have these 3 hoops. So in fact, let's turn it all inside out. There we go, so it's inside out. There you go. It's not designed to hold it. We've got 3 bands. There's one in the middle, one to the left, one to the right. There's 3 bands. They are double stitched down, and obviously your item goes through the loop to hold itself. That's the idea. And that's it. So yeah, I don't think the zip's going to be waterproof at all. It's not waterproof. It's slightly water resistant. So it's probably not a fair test, but we'll deal with that as we get to it. The rest of this, you know, it's okay. I mean, the quality's fine. It's stitched down. The zip is fairly tough. It's not coming off, and I've not had any issues with them, you know, losing the teeth out. So here's the side with the mesh, which is much better. If I just unzip, it runs easily. They're no big deal. You can actually get quite a lot of bits and bobs in there, I guess. But it takes the space out from the rest of the compartment. So what's the worst part about this? Well, to be honest, it's literally, sometimes these are a bit fiddly together. And this is a small mouse. This is a travel mouse already. And it will not go in the right hand. There you go. It's finally gone in there, but it will not go in this most right hand one here. It will not go in this one. It'll go in that one or the far one, the middle one. It won't go in that one because this is half the size. I'm not even sure what would go in there. It's too big to hold a pen, and obviously a pen's taller than the actual carrier. So yeah, bit strange that. The size-wise, it's going to hold a 3.5-inch phone. If you absolutely have to put your phone in something, it is going to hold it. Now, the problem you've got, of course, is that this is not going to be valid for carry-on luggage on an airline, because you can't see through it. Look, it's not a plastic bag, so it's going to have to go into other luggage in any case. So, you know, there's that problem. But you do get two for your money. You get two of these. That's the one I've wet, obviously. You can see the wet on it. And it hasn't gone inside at all. Inside here, dry. So that's okay. I mean, it's fine. So, yeah, the Diniwell Travel Pouch. For your electronic accessories, don't think it's shockproof, despite what this says. It is not shockproof. But yeah, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. I don't think they're terrible. I think they're pretty nice quality. I think the material feels nice. It's it's artificial. It's nylon cotton mix, but they're not terrible. But you can see the foam in there. You can see it's just a layer of foam. Not shockproof. See you again soon.